No idea where to start when learning how to play the guitar? I'm going to show you a process step by step on how to learn the guitar in the most effective way. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to let you know every time I put out a guitar video. I've been playing guitar now for just over 20 years. And I'm going to show you step by step what I did in the first couple months to really fast track my guitar journey. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do as a beginner when you're learning to play is you want to build your hand strength and gain the coordination, and you're focusing on your dexterity in your fingers. Okay, now you want to start by doing all your major chords. Okay, you want to then learn all of your minor chords, so in the open position, and then you want to learn all your bar chords. So you want to take your majors and your minors and you want to convert those into your bar chords. Then spend some time just roping the chords together, so your majors, your minors, and your bar chords. Just practicing some of your strumming and just changing between the chords. Something that can help assist in that is if you go online, you can find a couple of the best songs that you really like. They'll have like the chords written above the words, and you can just practice changing through them and strumming with songs that you really enjoy. Okay, so you want to take your major chords like A and B, C, D, E, F, G, and you want to take your minor chords, your A minors, your B minors, D minors, E minors, and you want to rope them together with your bar chords kind of along the top. So you've got your majors all along, your minor bar chords all along, and then in the shape below it as well. You know, major bar chord kind of all along, and the minor bar chords all along. Then you want to rope those together, and you want to, you know, create the tracks that you like. While strumming. You want to practice kind of changing between the chords. And working on your strummings. So now what you want to do is you want to jump into learning your notes across the guitar neck at the same time that you're practicing your majors and your minors and your bar chords and roping them together. So take 2 strings at a time. So take your A string and take your low E, or your top E, depends how you look at the E string, and learn the notes across the neck. Spend 2 weeks just with 2 strings, learn the notes across, and then once you're comfortable with those 2, jump onto the next 2 strings and the next 2 strings, so that you're learning all of the notes across the neck in the beginning. What that's going to do is, you won't notice it now, but it is going to drastically progress your playing at a later stage. But do it comfortably, don't make it a big chore. Okay, so take these 2 strings at a time, and you want to learn the notes all the way up. So you want to go F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, open E. Then you want to take A string, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. And you want to learn that off by heart over 2 weeks. And take the next 2 strings, do the same thing, and the next 2 strings and do the same thing. Okay, now the next stage that you want to walk through is you want to develop your left hand strength, or if you're right-handed, vice versa, and your picking strength in the other hand. So you want to choose 4 picking pieces, 4 finger picking songs. So whether you're roping a couple chords together, or there's a few bridges or things like that, that you find, you want to develop in your right hand the finger picking strength. So you're gaining that coordination. So now you got strumming and picking. And that's going to be pretty much working along with your majors, your minors, your bar chords, all the notes across the note, and now your finger picking strength. Okay, so now you want to develop that strength in the right hand with your finger picking. And if you're just taking a couple chords and you're just picking, thumb controlling the top 3, ring, middle, controlling the B string, so ring controlling the high E. You've got or whatever you want to pick. Okay, so after this, you've pretty much finished the beginner stage. You've got your majors, you've got your minors, you've got your bar chords, you've got your notes, you're changing between chords and songs, and you've developed some finger picking strength in your hand. Now you can go into the intermediate phase. If you've already passed the beginner phase, I'd love to hear about in the comments section about how you walked through the beginning phase in your journey. I'd be really interested to hear about that. Okay, so now you're stepping into the intermediate phase. And in the intermediate phase, you want to spend your time introducing the plectrum and the plectrum techniques. You want to be focusing on your strength, your finger dexterity with a couple different exercises. You're going to introduce a couple things like tremolo picking, alternate picking, a little bit of palm muting with a couple arpeggios, and then a couple strength and agility moving exercises in the hand. And that's pretty much what's going to be going into your intermediate stage, your intermediate phase as a player. So combining all the stuff in the beginning stages with your intermediate stage, you'll now be able to go into the advanced section of your playing. Okay, so now you're going to be doing some alternate picking. So it's kind of down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then you can do like your tremolo picking. And then you can pretty much do some of the like finger exercises. You can get some of the palm muting in. Then you can work on a couple of the arpeggios and things like that. And then that'll kind of come into working on just getting some of your exercises going. Hammer-ons and pull-offs. Okay, so the third phase is going into the advanced stage now. And this is really, really fun because this is the place where you're now adding in things like you're going into your pentatonic scale, you're playing your 12-bar blues, you're jamming over songs, you're jamming over chords, you're working on arpeggios, you're working on runs, you're working on licks, and these just becomes unlimited, and the door is just blown wide open. So once you've passed pretty much going through that beginner phase and then into that intermediate phase, you come into the advanced section. You know, you'll also be working on like your bends and your slides and your vibratos and things like that, which you'll then be working on for the next 20 years, which is part of playing a musical instrument. But essentially, I went from 0 to having the ability of an advanced player in about 12 months. So you'll go through the beginning stages for about 4 to 5 months into the intermediate phase, for roughly the same time, and then you'll go into the advanced phase. And now it's just a continuous process of learning constantly from new players from new institutions, playing live, writing songs, and constantly being creative with the instrument. So that's where you get to going into the advanced phases, and then the door is completely blown wide open, and you get to really now bring out a whole lot of integration in terms of your emotion coming through, as well as your technical skill combining. So that's when you get into the really advanced phase of things. Okay, so then you're kind of into that advanced stage where you're working on like your 12-bar blues, your pentatonic scales, you'll be working on like bends, working on your slides, we'll be working on runs, and your vibratos, and then the list starts going on and opening up more and more. If you need more help with some of the techniques and some of the exercises, be sure to download my free videos inside the description. I'll leave a link below there, which will help you with a couple of techniques and a couple of exercises as you go through your journey of playing. And be sure to check out this next video. I'll leave a link to I'll leave a link in the description to that as well. But until next time, I'll see you guys again. Peace.